We're lucky. A lot of our patients at Eagle Eyes are referred in by optometrists with keratoconus. So initially what happens is patients say, oh, my vision is getting blurry. They go and see their optometrist to update their glasses. And then the optometrists are very switched on in the community, especially in Sydney, where I work, and they're able to see that there's increasing astigmatism or worsening myopia. Some of the optometrists have corneal topography machines. So they're machines that look at the surface of the eye and can see the change in the shape. So we usually get referrals as like keratoconus suspect. So patients come in as a suspect. I see a huge range. I see people that have basically subclinical, so they don't even have symptoms of keratoconus. So that's in my laser workups. I see people like that all the time, to people that have severe keratoconus that are requiring corneal transplant. So there's important to note there's a massive range for keratoconus. And then when they come to our clinic, they undergo a series of diagnostic tests to stratify how severe the keratoconus is. So we have a corneal tomographer, which looks at the shape of the front and the back of the cornea. So in keratoconus, you'll see that the back becomes more elevated and the front becomes steeper. And as I said, you get more astigmatism. So you can see the changes on these scans. And we have a Pentacam and an MS39, so that helps us look at the risk, so stratify the risk, and then we go from there.
And so you mentioned astigmatism. So there is some difference, isn't there, between keratoconus and astigmatism? Can you just sort of explain that for us?
Yeah, so some people will naturally have an eye shaped a bit more like a rugby ball rather than a soccer ball, and that's astigmatism. But that's not necessarily a pathological thing. That's just that you'll need glasses or contacts to correct that shape. Keratoconus is when not only is the eye it changes into more a conical shape or a cone shape. So that's very different to being like an AFL ball. And that's a pathological condition. So astigmatism is not a pathology. It's just a type of issue with your refractive error. Doesn't mean that you're going to go blind from it. It just means that you'll need to have some kind of correction, whether it's in the form of glasses or contacts or laser eye surgery. Whereas keratoconus, because it's progressive, you're actually getting weakening of the collagen fibers at that tip of the cone. So you're getting more irregular astigmatism. So you're getting very atypical shape of that cornea, and that's actually hard to correct with traditional glasses or contacts. Laser eye surgery is contraindicated, so it's completely not allowed in keratoconic patients. Refractive laser surgery, I mean, you can do corrective PRK laser eye surgery combined with cross-linking, which we can touch on later. But I'm talking about your classic LASIK or SMILE. So that's the difference between the two, Paul.
And so is keratoconus something that would get picked up in a standard optometrist's exam, or is it something that you'd have to actually use, specialized imaging equipment to identify?
Most of the time, you can, as again, what I was saying, it could be a suspect. So optometrists can have a really strong feeling that someone has keratoconus, but most optometrists, some maybe do, but the majority do not have Pentacam and an MS39. That's very much a subspecialized corneal specialist or ophthalmic clinic diagnostic testing. So, and to make the ultimate diagnosis and to manage the condition, you really do need to see a corneal specialist or an ophthalmologist.